background noise. 2, 3, we're live. So, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Radio Works World. I am Neslin, your passion show host, and I am broadcasting from London. So, wherever you are in the world, this is a wonderful time to be alive and to be passionate about what we are passionate about. My guest this morning is Mary. So, Mary, please introduce yourself.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Mary Axe. I live in Hertfordshire, and I am currently an HR and talent management consultant. So, good morning to everybody.
Good morning, or it may be good afternoon, or it may be good evening.
Yes.
Because we are global. So, Mary, just tell us a little bit more about who you are. How would you describe Mary?
I describe Mary as a fun-loving person, a person who I believe in family. My family are very important to me. I've got 2 children who are young adults. I have been in the UK for just over 20-something years. I come from a family of 4, but 3 brothers. So very much grew up as a little tomboy. My children will probably say I'm still very much in that vein, even at so many years down the road.
Wonderful. So, Mary, what are you passionate about?
I am passionate about helping people, be that a small business person or an individual, achieve whatever it is they want to achieve. I really do love seeing when people either get an issue, or they get a way to move forward, or something they've been struggling with. They have that aha moment when, through my help, they're able to realize, well, if I change course, if I change perspective, then I can really get whatever it is I'm looking for. So that really does make me get out of bed on mornings, make me, get up and go.
Aha! And within that, what makes your heart sing?
It's just seeing people's faces when, they've got whatever it is they've been struggling with for a long time, or even things they've been doubting, they've been questioning. And through my discussion with them and questioning, they get it. That really does make my heart sing, because it means that they're able to move forward, they're able to move on.
Yes, I love when clients get it.
So
Continue.
Yeah, and especially, if it's something they've been struggling with, that really does make me feel good that, yes, I've helped this person.
Beautiful. So what makes your purpose a purpose?
My purpose, I believe, is to bring things to such an extent. And I think my purpose is about helping. And I'll give you something that's happened to me lately. I was introduced to someone through another associate. And she was actually sat at my table, and she said to me, I'm so glad you're my friend. And I'm talking about a friendship that only started here September last year. She said, I'm so glad you're my friend, because you have shown me that there's life. She's going through a difficult period in her life. She said, and you've shown me that there's life after.
Mm-hmm.
She says, and there's something about you that's healing. And I thought, never heard that one before. Okay, and I thought, yeah, my purpose is to show people, help them to move, and I call it stepping over. If they're having difficulties, if they're stuck, I believe that's my purpose. And this was the first time. It's something that has been happening. I remember back in college, someone saying to me too, I like to talk to you because you just sit there and you listen. And very often people don't want you to advise or anything. They just want someone to listen.
Yes. Is there a vacuum cleaner in the background, Mary?
No, 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 no. I don't have anything on. I'm in a room all by myself.
Okay. Now, our listeners will be interested to learn from you. What have you learned as a result of your successes that supports your passion and your purpose?
What I have learned, first you got to listen. Um, you've got to listen and really listen to what that individual is saying or in some instances not saying. Um, you've got to give them space to tell their story.
Mhm.
And it is never too much just to sit and listen to someone. Because just by that listening, you may be able to help them one way or either they want, you can ask some questions. And I do believe in asking questions. And sometimes my family, they say to me, there you go again. All these questions you're asking us. Um, and I think that's, because I do believe it's not that people don't necessarily have the answers. They just need someone to help them bring those answers out. For me, learning how to listen, learning that it's not advice. Advice is not necessarily the best thing because people then don't own the actions of it. So listening, really listening, and giving that time, making time to listen.
So agree with you. Listening is one of the greatest respect that you can pay to another person. The greatest gift you can give to another person is to
Uh,
really listen well.
yes, absolutely. So, and
So
it's such a simple thing, isn't it? To really just give some time and listen.
yes, and who have influenced your life? You talked about what you learned about your passion.
Who's influenced me in life? Um, couple of my teachers, couple of people I have met along the way, whether that was, different places that I worked. Um, my grandmother, my biggest influence, just her gentleness. And I think probably that's why I got this sitting and giving people time to listen.
Mhm.
She always had time to sit down and listen to us. Um, never too busy to just sit with us and listen. Right up till I was an adult. She passed away when I was late 20s, and that was a great thing. But yeah, I think my grandmother was my greatest influence, and it's just her gentle way of just sitting there, no matter what.
Blessed grandmother, the wisdom that they bring.
Yes.
So Mary,
I hope when I become a grandmother, I can do the same. I'll have the patience to just sit and listen to my grandchildren.
absolutely. And here you are. You are HR and talent management. So, and you're listening well to people. What do you value most?
Um, I value most first respect. I value people um, open and honest. Integrity is a big thing for me as well. Um, if there is any inkling that somebody is being less than uh, truthful with me, that sort of immediately breaks that relation. So those things, honesty, integrity, respect, caring. Again, I find it difficult to deal with people who are just, self-absorbed, and it's all for me. I don't care about anybody else, how they feel, what they think.
Mm. Yes, yes. Very deep human respect and integrity and caring. Very beautiful. So, what is the greatness within you, Mary, that is still yet to shine?
Thanks again. Sorry, what is the great?
The greatness within you that is still yet to shine.
That's a good question. um, hmm, I think for me, it's about a bigger audience. I still tend to work with very small audiences, and I think I need to get out there into a bigger audience to help others. Others, again, whatever it is they want to achieve. And there may be people who are stuck, they're probably lacking in confidence, belief, um, you know, to help them with that. So I think the wider audience is still something I think I need to achieve.
That would be a perfect place to partner with Radio Works World. So,
Okay,
yes,
okay,
indeed.
okay.
I trust that you will be at the Radio Works World event on the 31st of May, and we'll talk more about that. But so I've asked you about the greatness within you that is still yet to shine. So, what would be your definition of greatness?
For me, my definition of greatness is achieving the um, part where I have helped quite a lot of people. Because in the work I do, generally, I notice there are people who just lack that little self-belief and confidence.
Yes.
It's when I'm beginning to see more and more people who are, they come and say to me, yes, I wanted to do X, Y, and Z, and either from talking to you or listening to you, I was able to achieve it. And in fact, something similar happened. One of my daughter's friends was talking to me about a career change he wanted to make, and he was telling me what he had done. And I said to him, have you thought about this? This particular route, they may be able to help you. And he said, oh, I didn't know that existed. And I said, I went up on the internet and found a web page, etc. And I sent it to him. And I didn't hear for about 6 to 8 months. And then my daughter came and said, oh, Mom, so-and-so wants to talk to you. He's going to call you. And he said, oh, what's happened? So my mind went to, okay, probably he's getting married, he's getting engaged, got a baby or something. Tell me that he took my advice and applied and got in and was going to start his training on the 1st of January. And I thought, wow, something as simple as that. Didn't pay it any more attention. As I say, sometimes people don't think of, it's helping them to think big. That's it, helping them to think big.
Wonderful. And congratulations.
You, yes, it
You
really
know,
was.
to empower
Yes,
another person to
that's
achieve
right.
mentioned is just so beautiful. So,
Yes.
Mary, our listeners would want to hear from you about what is it that gave you the confidence to step into your greatness?
There was a bit of noise. I didn't hear the middle part. What is it?
What gave you the confidence to step into your greatness?
What gave me the confidence to step into my greatness? I think it's my own personal experience doing certain training that where I had some aha moments. This is why so and so did or didn't happen. Um, I'm gradually beginning to talk to people, to meet people, to be open to meeting people, and that's a big step for me. Just being open to meeting people, to going to places I really wouldn't, have off the bat gone to. Um, and that was quite something for me. It's just being open. Things things happen around me. I meet different people. They say things to me, and I do double think: is that really for me? Is that really me? And they say, well, no, it's happening because I am meant to be there. I am meant to go. I'm meant to meet, so that they can, I can help. They can hear my story. I can help them. Achieve whatever it is they want.
So it sounds as if you have also invested in yourself quite a lot.
Oh yes, yes, I did.
So
Yes.
what would you say to our listeners about investing in themselves?
You have to do it. Way around it. Think of it as you with the gateway to whatever it is you want. So often people, a person will sort of double think and wonder, and it's about a choice in life. You either invest in yourself, you you know spend, and it's about having the resources, whether you spend it on other things or you spend it on yourself, and look at it as though, I'm spending it on me now because it will allow me to do all the other things. It will allow me to achieve what I want. It will allow me to I didn't think about before.
Mhm.
So it's about investment in self to move forward.
So what have been some of the big breaks that have come for you as a result of you investing in yourself?
The big breaks have come in terms of the arena I operate in, the people I meet. I meet people who, when they understand what it is I do and how I do it, say, I'd like to work with you. Or, and I want you to go tomorrow for the next 2 days. I'm going to some events in London. I'm going to those events because someone I was introduced to, um, and when I explained to her what I did, says, no, I want to work with you. And I thought, okay, there we go. And now I'm getting, no, I want you to go to this group in London because this is where you would get, for example, the bigger corporate clientele. And I want you to go to this one because it's this sort. And I'm thinking, But as I said earlier, I have to be open. And because I'm being open, I'm moving into groups and areas where normally I would not have.
Wonderful. Opportunities are there for the taking, isn't it? And you've got to be
Yes,
open for to it.
yes. You really have to be more than open, you really have to be open.
I love your mindset. So
Yes, it sometimes these things take a little while to get for you to get there, but when you get there, you think, wow, you know, yeah. And there's somebody above, and I say this to people: there's somebody above you, and you've got to listen. To listen.
yes. So, what are the disciplines you have used to grow into the person you are now?
The disciplines have been around. My word is, like I say, my word is my bond. If I can't do something, I'll be open and honest with you. I read, I sometimes say to friends and colleagues, I'm like the information, you know, I, I, I read everything that comes across my path, or I go looking for the answer. Um, knowledge is everything for me. Um, so with people, my integrity is important, but also, you know, I've got to be willing to learn as well.
Perfect. So, from where do you get your inspiration?
There are a couple of people I've worked with who inspire me. Um, and again, things happen to me that I think, wow, you know, how did this happen? But again, I'm then able to say, no, I had to. I look at women in particular like myself who are on their own and how they have turned what potentially could have been tragedy, misery into something very positive. It doesn't have to be that way. Go, get up and go. Think about what you want. Find something that you like. Find something that you are interested in and go with it. A lot of times it's meeting other women who have, you know, and I like to listen to some of the most successful people in the story in the world. When you listen to their stories, it's not all been plain sailing. Down times, they've had their tragedies, they've had times when they've gone bankrupt, they've had times when, you know, family circumstances, but they've picked themselves up and moved on to great things. So for me, it's looking at all those things, how people have had their tragedy in their story, but they've moved on. They've not allowed themselves to be consumed by whatever it is that has happened to them.
I love it. So, Mary, what are you most grateful for?
I'm most grateful for my two children, my parents, my extended family, with whom we are so close to each other and supportive of each other. And I'm really grateful for that because I am aware, you know, I do meet people who say, I haven't seen my mother for so long, I haven't seen my brother for so long. And I think how sad, because that's the true support system you can ever have in your life. My children, because of who they are, um, and for life, that I'm still alive today and I'm still here. Very grateful for that.
Wonderful. And the legacy that you want to leave in life?
The legacy I want to leave would be she gave us her time no matter what. She helped us in her own special way.
Mm. Very clear. So what does service mean to you, Mary?
Service to me means being there for other people, being there to help in whatever way I can, to give to others, to give in a way that helps them to become the bigger person that they potentially can be. Because I do believe it's in all of us to potentially become as big as we would like. And it's just that some people, you have some people need help to get there. So for me, that's the thing. It's about helping people, you know, um, to move on, to grow, to be empowered, to reach wherever they want to reach.
I love it. So you're a very accomplished woman. What one skill would you like to master that you have not yet mastered?
Public speaking.
I said, what one skill would you like to master that you have not yet mastered?
Speaking. Um, and I think that has held me back quite a lot. Um, I am working at it, um, and I'm going to get there. I'm going to get there. Mm.
Okay. So just say a little bit more about that skill and why it's important to you.
It's For me, it's about, and very often without any, um, what's the word, any prompting or support to be comfortable with getting up and speaking in front of the audience. Um, I think it's important for my story to be heard, so that I can reach people who will need my help, whatever they're struggling with. I am very conscious of the fact that I still very much operate in a very small circle. Um, but as I said, I mean, on Wednesday, I'm going to speak to a group of total strangers. So that's a big step, and that's a first step in that direction.
Brilliant.
And it could be a game changer, actually. It could definitely be a game changer.
Yes. And when you join us on the 31st of May, you'll also have that opportunity to speak because, we are storytellers, and what we do, we groom, support, and enable you to tell your story professionally, and for your story also to be represented within your book. So we help you to craft your book as well and have your book published. So we look
Wow.
forward to working with you and opening up that space for you. You may want to have further
Oh,
conversations around that with Anne Dolores, who is the person who introduced me to you, and grateful for that. So,
oh.
Mary, if you had a magic wand to bring about change to the world, what is the single most important change that you would want to make?
Oh my goodness. How much more time have we got? It's not a lot.
Go for it, girl.
The magic wand will be removing all the suffering in the world where people don't have basics in life.
Mhm.
You know, there's just too much of it. And I don't believe um, there really needs to be. There needs to be a redistribution of the wealth in the world to get into the head of some of the people who I think are responsible for those really sort of, harrowing pictures we see on the telly, suffering in some parts of the world. Because you can't tell me some people, and I feel in their conscience, they think it's okay to go shop in Paris for it. Oh no. So, that will be my first port of call. Just remove all the suffering. Enough food, enough water, enough basics in life. Gone if I had that one.
Mm. And the part of that is also about the development of the mindset that
Exactly.
we really need to want to step out of the suffering as well.
Yes.
When we,
Yes.
when we,
Yes. Because people need to be helped.
yeah. Mhm.
You know, I believe if those who can are part of that process, their mindset needs to be changed that you need to care more,
Yes.
um, and to care more to help those who are not able to, and show them for helping people and giving them. And I say it's to me it's the simple things, the very simple things, and that people need to.
Yes.
So two sets of mindset change here. Yes.
Absolutely. So this is my last question to you. And so think long and deep about it. If in many, many years from now, you're living your last day of your life, and your friends and family, they have gathered around you, and they give you a piece of paper to write down the three truths that you know. What would be your three truths?
Three truths: that there
Yes.
is a God, that there is a God,
One.
um, that your greatest supporters will be your family. They may not do it at the time you want it, but they will come back, and I do believe people do come back. And three, truthful and authentic to yourself, the rest will follow.
Okay. Mary, it's been a pleasure sharing your passion and speaking with you about what is it you value most, and to hear your definition of greatness, and to know the legacy you want to leave in the world. And if you had a magic wand that you would want to take out the suffering from the world. It's been wonderful speaking with you. Have a very blessed day, and thank you for contributing. And we will
Thank
be
you for inviting. Yes, thank you for inviting me. I've enjoyed this thoroughly. Thank you very much.
most welcome. Your message will be out there to the world.
Thank you.
God bless.
Bye bye.
Bye.